Hi guys, I'm back and we just found the messages sent part of the collider. On trigger sends these messages. On collision enter. Okay. And messages sent is basically the functions that are called. It'll call these functions. So I need to check out on collision enter, exit and stay, and see how you can put collision info in there. So if you give it the argument for collision info, when it's called, that argument will be filled, and you can find all sorts of things within the collision. And it's a collision object argument, so it'll give you a lot of things to work with. You can figure out the rigid body you collided with, the collider you hit, the transform object you hit, the game object you hit, and then of course all the different contact points that you hit with that time, and relative velocity, I guess. So I guess if two objects were traveling at the same speed and then hit each other, that would be 0, but if one was traveling faster than the other, it wouldn't be. Unless, like, it's an additive or something. Like, in the opposite direction or something. Yeah, maybe it is. So, okay, so on trigger, on collision enter, collision info, on collision enter, on collision state. All the same. I don't think we need any of the collision info so far. We just need to know that we're colliding with something. So, we'll go with on collision enter. No, that's not what we want, but it's fine. Function on collision enter. Bracket. Bam, 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 bam. Not making any of my own functions for the moment. Don't really need to. On collision enter, what will we, well, we need to stop jumping, I think. That's basically it. We just need to stop jumping. Yeah, on collision enter, stop jumping. Now, another thing is, not only can you not, okay, you can look around while you're jumping, but you can't move around on the ground when you're not paused. I mean, when you're not jumping. No, you have to not be jumping to be able to move around on the ground. You also have to not be jumping to start jumping. But you can look around while you're jumping. Now, if you're jumping, you will move in the general direction of the jump. Now, when you hit something, if you are jumping, well, no. If you hit something in general, you don't need to. There's no point saying if you're jumping, make you stop jumping. You can just make you stop jumping. So jumping equals false. Great. So jumping is false. You can now still look around as per usual. Now you can move around and you can click to jump again. I don't want you to be able to move around again though if you're on the wall. So, but this is fine. We'll keep this like this for now. And what we do, we're going to go here and we're going to take a look. You see our jump direction is -1. That is fine. We'll start off jumping and we'll see what happens. Alright, we're not jumping. Now let's click. something happened. We stopped, but we're still jumping. Okay, this is the way. If I stop jumping, then I can move around, and now I'm on the ceiling. But then I can jump down onto the ground, right? No. Now I can. Alright, so it's not working as expected. Alright, I'm going to use a debug to tell me if I'm actually colliding. Debug log landed exclamation mark. Right, parentheses, semicolon. We're going to see if this... Right, hang on. I'm going to get rid of the fact that we start off jumping. Alright, great. So now we're ready to jump here. Now apparently we have not actually hit that. Because I'm using the wrong function. We don't have a collider to send the on-collision enter. We have a character controller, which has its own set of functions, such as, you know, the only message the character controller ever sends, like on controller collider hit, you know? Yeah, while performing a move. On controller collider hit is called when the controller hits a collider while performing a move. This can be used to push objects when they collide with the character. Nice. I'll have to take a look at that if I want to be able to push things with the character. Function on controller collider hit. You know what would be cool? I could probably make a puzzle game like Cube. That's not the aim of this. It's to make a jumping kind of puzzle game thing. On controller collider hit is called when the controller hits a collider while performing a move. Great. It doesn't. Okay, it does have some hit type of thing. It gives a controller collider hit object. It's just a hit object, really, but is used to give detailed information about collision. So the controller that hit the collider, that would just be the controller itself. The collider, yeah, the rigid body, so all sorts of things. Really useful. But the main point of this is just that on controller collider hit is the correct function to use. So what I'm going to do is change the function to on controller collider hit. On controller collider hit. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yes. Our current speed is 9. So I really need to change this to 9 and this to